All right, welcome in everybody. Welcome in Shock, Terme, Oliver, and Super Pack, aka CJ. We're about to get started with some score attack, and I see we are already eager for a room code, so let's get started here. Welcome in hot. Creative name. All right, well, let's do this. Tonight we have some score attack, so we're going to be doing some friendly community matches between players of all skill levels. So do not be shy if you are brand new or just seeing this on Steam, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are. And let's have some fun. Excuse me. I'm also a little hoarse. I have a sore throat. A little congested, so hopefully it doesn't come through too much. All right. Let me get a room code here for our friends here in Discord, which, by the way, join the Discord if you're trying to play, and make sure you have that community event role, or head to the announcement channel, and there should be a link to the matchmaking thread if you would like to show off here on stream today. All right, it's going to make up a lobby here. How's everyone's week? Anyone playing any new games? That's my go-to question. I have a lot of new Steam games. Well, I say that, but I've also been working through my backlog a little bit. I did pick up a few new games over the break, though. Some pretty digestible puzzle games, though. All right, I'll drop the lobby code in Discord. You got Tetris Forever? Nice. What's your favorite game on Tetris Forever? I like playing the bombless games, so like Super Tetris and Super Tetris 3. Those are pretty cool. That's the first time I played them. I feel like I would like Tetris Battle Gaiden. I want somebody to play it with, though, for 2-player. Although the AI in that game isn't too bad. Oh, you tried Luminous? Very nice. Luminous, yeah, Luminous is a lot of fun. I haven't got all the achievements yet. Well, I play on Steam Deck, but I've also played on my PlayStation. What takes forever is the puzzle mode, trying to finish the puzzle mode. Yeah, Luminous is fun. I'll be right back before I can start. Need a glass of water. Nice. I also have one ready here. Hopefully I don't make my sore throat worse here as I commentate. Who's up first? Okay, so Shock, you are up first. Once Shock gets his glass of water, they'll be up against Dawn here. So Dawn, if you are around, I saw Dawn was in the Discord chat. Play every single enhanced game. What other games have you played? You played Humanity, right? Or am I? I think Rez is a game that caught me off guard. I didn't play Rez until I was about to start working at Enhance, and Rez is an awesome game. Probably like that was a good because I wasn't really big on VR before, but playing that game in VR like made me realize, oh, I can like VR. It's not about being good. The fun part about Luminous is just like it's a vibe. Just it's almost like you're listening to music and just going through. There's so many like different stages to go through. I don't know. Especially with how long the mode is, I don't usually like get too sweaty with it. If you're going to get sweaty, you can be in like the time attack modes, but. Rez I got for free in like 2021 when Sony just gave out some meaty indie titles for free. Very nice. You know, I almost tried Subnautica the other day. I still haven't done it. I think I saw it think it's on PS Plus or something like that. Yeah, you should get around to Res is really fun. If you have a VR headset, I recommend doing that too. But of course, it came out on Dreamcast before VR was a thing. So like OG Res heads are probably, that's their favorite version, is playing, you know, like on rails, like a Star Fox or something like that. It is pretty hard to play, or not harder, or not hard, but it's more difficult. I feel like I had an easier time with VR, aiming around to try to hit the enemies, but with a controller, there was probably a muscle memory to it. Are the players in here? Okay, I see Chalk's in here. Got Yo Sauce, aka Dawn, is in here. And once you two are ready, we can. Oh, let me set it to. We'll do first to ones, and if we have a short match, we can extend it. Or just do another first to one. First to three score attack can take like 30 minutes, so. All right, I'm gonna hop into it. Yeah, Star Fox has a lot of replayability due to the medal system, right? I used to play that a lot as well. Star Fox and Mario 64 were my first N64 games. Okay. What are we feeling, guys? Maybe a level... Seem like a level 8? Level 9? That might be discussing on the side here. I'm digging the level 8 start. TikTok clock 100 coins. I haven't heard the name TikTok clock in a while. Actually, I probably have. You know what? I was into the Mario 64 speedrunning. Not as a speedrunner, but just watching it for a little bit. The movement some of the players have in that is very satisfying. All right, so we're off. Shock with that 0-9 well. Or I'm sorry, 9-0 because the open well is on the right side. If the open well was on the left side, it would be 0-9. And then we have Got Yo Sauce, aka Dawn in the Discord. Looking to, rehabilitate this 6-3 stack, or a 3-6 because of the positioning here. I feel like typically you don't see too many people go with the inverse of the 6-3. Probably because like a lot of videos online and stuff show people doing it the other way, but really there's no disadvantage to having your open well on the left if you are... if you prefer that. The only disadvantage you would have when it comes to wells would be in classic score attack. Also, even in score attack, once the gravity increases, you just want to be sure to kind of have your well farther left or right because of the high gravity will be limiting to where you can place your pieces in the middle. And you'll often cover your well or not really do what you set out to do. Tetris for Got Yo Sauce. Shock keeping it nice and clean. Just back-to-back Tetrises with the 0-9 well. Keeping it simple. And it is doing the job so far with that 30k lead. Also, Shock is ahead on lines, so it's pretty close. And it's still early days here, so Dawn should be able to get caught up over time. We'll see who will respond better to the level increases. I believe on deck we are going to have Aken versus Night Shadow, so be ready to play, you two. I think there are a couple rotations under high gravity that are worse. Oh, based off of left or right? Well choice, is that what you mean? I never really thought about that. I guess, oh, that's a good point. Taking like the S and Z piece, I'm taking a look now where they spawn in. I think generally they're going to be slightly closer to the left, but the rotation will change that. Oh, maybe. You know what? I might be wrong. All right, so Shock is about to, head into level 10 here once they surpassed 90 lines. And Got You Sauce is scoring some Tetrises. Still early on, still behind on lines. They do have they are behind on efficiency. So lines versus scoring. But a lot of time to get caught up here. We'll see if any T-spin play or ability to play at high gravity will allow Got You Sauce to get caught up here. And yeah, if you're brand new to score attack or just multiplayer Tetris in general, just do what Shock's doing. Keep it simple. Go for Tetrises. You don't need to overdo it. And then over time, once you hit a skill bracket or something like that and you want to continue to improve, then you can start to spice it up. Of course, play however you want to play, however you have the most fun. A lot of people have fun going for the crazy things, right? Start out I've seen the slowest players of all time have the best T-spin knowledge just because that's how they want to play, right? Which is totally cool, and I love to see it. With that being said, T-spins are the go-to, or are the best scoring method in score attack because you'll get the same score as you would for a Tetris, give or take, and you only clear 2 lines. So when you think about it, the more T-spins you clear, if you clear 2 T-spins, it's going to be like nearly double a Tetris. And also you're going to be getting more back-to-back bonus. So it looks like Dawn is starting to gravitate towards this 9-0 well. And honestly, like, the score isn't too different. So if Shock runs into any issues, Dawn should be able to get caught up here. And yeah, looking like Dawn has kind of some dependencies here. It's going to have to take some... going to start creating some cheese. Take some concessions. Should allow Shock to extend this lead, given that Shock continues to Tetris here. Learn the funny moves before speeding up the gameplay. That's a good point, too. I mean, there's no one way to do it. Really, just do whatever you find fun. And honestly, if you're having fun, you're going to get better quicker anyways. So, and you're going to want to spend more time on the game and not dread, like, improving. So do your own thing. Speed will come with a lot of playtime. Obviously, there's things you can practice that would improve your speed, like 2-step finesse. I recommend looking up if you're trying to improve your speed. Pretty much minimizing the amount of key presses you need to get to a certain point on the board, or put your tetramino to a certain place on the board. Okay. Nice decisions there from Shock. And yeah, Got You Sauce is either going to A, want to just maintain a clean Tetris swell to try to get caught up, or take a risk and throw in some T-spins to get caught up quicker. At the same time, I'm not really sure how competent Don is on this high gravity. If Don is competent on high gravity, there's a chance, especially when the Tetrises are worth more, that just maintaining a 0-9 or 9-0 well can get them caught up. If Shock, say, doesn't really have that that card available to them. Okay, so Shock nearly built for 2 Tetrises. Yeah, has a triple here, but now filled out for that final Tetris. Going to take that long bar out of their hold queue. And Got You Sauce not with a bad board here. Does end up taking a concession, not getting Tetrises. I feel like at this point, might want to take some risk as the score gap has increased. It is worth keeping in mind that Shock is still ahead by 20 lines, so if let's say Don hits 5 back-to-back Tetrises, that score gap will be... The game is very close. So, not over yet. Getting those back-to-back score bonuses is easier said than done. And it is looking like Shock is having some issues on this high gravity, so if anything's going to be Don's ticket, it would be that. Yeah, we'll see if Don will be able to... Oh, there we go. That's a huge Tetris for Don. Once I get to the long bar here. There it is. So it's not over. Although we are going to get into some pretty... So especially like 25 plus, I feel like it starts to exponentially get faster. And then going into the 29 plus, like master mode kind of speeds. So it is winnable, but you're still going to have to have the skills to back it up here. And yeah, I think it's getting to the point. I think 25 can be a breaking point for a lot of players. Where like you're going to want to have some know-how here of 20G stacking, and yeah, feeling the pressure of the speed and the lock delay. And that's going to be it. Shock with a nice... I think Shock just having a better out-of-the-gate back-to-back Tetris scoring that kind of carried over throughout the game. Even once Don started to clean up a little bit. So, very good game. Nicely played, you two. And, yeah, we're going to move on to the next group here. So, thanks for playing. Aken and Night Shadow, you two are up. Make your way to the lobby. Oh, your monitor turned off versus 24. That's rough. I actually just got a new GPU because that's having my monitor turn off, and I feel like it kind of stemmed from that. And so far, I've validated my claim because it hasn't turned off. I think it's because if I had like 3 monitors, which I do, well, I do for this. I usually use 2, but it tends to mess up. And also, my games look nice and pretty. Yes, GG indeed. Thanks for playing. So I see Aken in the lobby, and we are looking for Night Shadow, who's in the Discord, so we'll get this started here momentarily. You've got to get over the 25 wall? Yeah. Yeah. like even 20 to 23, 24, you're not going to feel too much of a difference. Once you get to 25, 26, 27, you just really start to feel it for sure. Ooh, that's a fast join at the start here. Very nicely done. I take that as a win for the community. So we got Aken versus Night Shadow, aka RBX 4900, which sounds like a GPU. All right, let's do this. They're sponsored by Wii. The Nintendo Wii. You guys see the Switch 2 news? I thought about that because I saw somebody post that I saw a thread where it was like, how successful would the Wii U have been if it was just called Wii 2? And I thought it was an interesting thought experiment, because the Wii U was like, I don't know, the marketing behind it was kind of weird. Yeah, I didn't end up signing up for the raffle. I saw I had a few coworkers that were doing that. Apparently, like, the site was going down or something for them. They're doing some, like, live event things too, right? Or is that what the raffle was for? I didn't read too into it. So Aken with this T-spin, followed up by a 2 wide, which, by the way, combos are a little rough in a score attack, but still I love my 2 wide, so very, very nicely done, Aken. And although Aken is ahead, it's largely due to just playing faster. Of course, you can use that to your advantage, especially on earlier level starts. They did start on 18, so it's going to be harder to execute like a speed advantage. But you can force that 2-minute timer, right? So if Aken, even though Aken isn't really like super far ahead in efficiency, decides to implement that tactic, it could force some pressure on Night Shadow, which is always fun to see. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do. I think it's easier from lower level starts because there's a little bit more runway. So I guess on for like Grandmaster tournaments, we do allow level 10. There's more runway there because you have extra levels to work through. So that strat would be a little bit more feasible, especially with somebody like Siake Gohan that could like stack efficiently at the speed of light. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, I found a way to piece crawl that T-piece over for that T-spin triple. Very nice. And yeah, here we go. So Aken has a 300k lead. They are ahead by nearly 40 lines, so Night Shadow can get caught up here. I don't think the efficiency is too far off. It's hard to tell. I don't have the numbers like I do for a classic score attack to know efficiency or how far behind Night Shadow is in score attack, but my hunch is that Night Shadow can still manage to come back here. Aken is throwing in these T-spins, very nice, and maintaining a nice pace here. Looking like the 2-minute timer could come into play. Oh, did we have a Tetri raid? Sorry, I was just dialed in on this gameplay. Welcome in, Tetri. Thanks for the raid. Ferox asking if you could ban Tetri. Just do it off stream. I feel like it can be a little bit awkward during the live stream, but you can ban after stream if you want. All right, so nice Tetris for Aken. 412k lead, but look at that huge line lead. So I'm not sure. I feel like this is definitely going to force a 2-minute timer. Night Shadow can definitely come back here. That's a pretty big line discrepancy. And yeah, so Aken's starting to feel that high gravity. He's going to top out at level 27 with a 443k lead. Now, I don't know Night Shadow too much as a player and their ability to play it efficiently, but this can be chased down for sure. It's going to come down to how efficient can Night Shadow play here. Especially when you have to play efficient with a countdown. So minute 30 to score 375,000 points. I think even just like if you're uncomfortable with the high speed, just try to force some Tetrises, something like that. We'll see what Night Shadow ends up doing here. Try to get that back-to-back bonus, especially with time, or when time is of the essence here. Tetri, what were you up to today? Playing some Tetris Effect, various puzzle games. You're welcome to join us here tonight. Welcome in, Matt. All right, 40 seconds left. And yeah, this is looking pretty tough here for Night Shadow at this point. The Air Force, unfortunately missed that long bar rotation. And I think they're creating long bar defensively they do not want to create, so that's unfortunate. And Aken pedal to metal, looking like that strategy is going to work this game. At the same time, I know we are approaching this high gravity, and that could be tough for anybody, so unless Night Shadow can go at the speed of light here. All right, that's it. GG. Nicely played from Aken. And nicely played from Night Shadow. Yeah, efficiency not too far off. I think Night Shadow was keeping up efficiency. Maybe he had some trouble in the post level 20 gameplay, especially once there's a lot of misdrops coming in due to that increased or lowered lock delay. But very nice. Very nice. GG's. And up next, we have somebody. Coffee and Tetris and SSCHR, or Chris. Whenever I read out that name, I do it every time. It's like Dead Mouse. I used to say Dead Mouse 5 and then my mind was blown. Or anybody that has like Leet Speak in their name. I'm a total boomer when it comes to that. But all right, Chris and Coffee and Tetris, you are up. And I see Morg, aka Coffee and Tetris, is in the lobby. My beard looks great today. All right, thank you. Trying to say it doesn't look good on other days? What are you trying to say? Welcome in to Tago. Alright, so yeah, once Chris is ready to go here, looks like Chris is in fact playing Tetris Effect Connected according to Discord, so We shall see them here. But anybody that is brand spanking new, it is 2025. We have a lot of people that got Tetris Effect connected over the holiday break because it was on sale on multiple platforms. We host, if you want to play, this is open to anybody. I don't care if you're 1,000 rating, 18,000 rating. If you have 18,000 rating to score attack, well, maybe I would care a little bit, try to get you on here. But yeah, anyone's welcome to play. Head to our Discord at discord.gg/enhance. I'll post a link here in the chat. And it would also be on our YouTube VOD if you're watching in the future. Hello, YouTube. But yeah, anyone can play. If you want me to talk about your Tetris gameplay, Friday night is the night for that. Or Saturday morning. So Chris, SS Chris, if you're ready to go, we're waiting for you. Oh, I'm sorry. They said I might need a minute, maybe two. Okay. Okay. What else can we talk about for 30 seconds here? We were talking about other games earlier. What's everyone doing in Tetris? What are you working on? What's your current goals? Any new PBs, flexes? I was de-rusting in Zone Battle last few weeks a little bit. I do want to get back into Classic. We have a lot of Classic tournaments coming up that I want to go to like live, so I'm excited for that. Try to practice a little bit just to get crushed in person. For me, it's all about just meeting people in person at this point, especially in Classic, because I'm totally outskilled now. PB'd in lines, very nice. Oh, and score attack? I assume we're playing tonight, Tago. We'll see if you can show it off tonight. Oh, players are in the game. So we got Morg on the left, Chris on the right. And Morg is Coffee and Tetris on the Discord. And you know what? Coffee and Tetris, one of the best combos out there. You know, if you don't care too much for coffee, you could always go for decaf if you like the flavor. Maybe tea and Tetris. Tea and Tetris is a good combo. Or insert your favorite beverage and Tetris. Water and Tetris. Any Hydro homies out there, you're welcome to enjoy water and Tetris. But coffee and Tetris, I guess as I get older, becomes more and more enjoyable. All right, so some nice back-to-back Tetrises from both players. Oh, Chris mixing in that T-spin single. I like that. So even if you are like going for this 9-0L, like there are a lot of ways you can stack for a T-spin from a 9-0L, right? So you can create what's called a kaiden, or like a stair, using an S or Z prop against the left side. Or I'm sorry, in this case, the right side for Chris and Morg, to easily create T-spins. You can also, there we go, we saw from Chris. So Chris is doing exactly that. Maybe they're listening in here, showing off. Or like, oh, that's a good idea. There we go, T-spin double into a Tetris for Chris. And Chris, I don't know if you sound like that. If you do, well, that's great. But a little bit of a skim there for Chris. It's getting a little too close to the sun here, and it's going to get back into the back-to-backs. So close game. This is seems like a pretty similar play style for both players. Chris may be trying to mix in a little bit more T-spins, but you know, with that can come with a price, as we already saw. Like we saw Chris having to take some extra skims due to the kind of a weird parity on their board or some extra piece dependencies. So it's going to be a little trickier to maintain a T-spin board. And Chris setting up that kaiden for a T-spin double. I think, yeah, kaidens are a great way if you are a natural 0-9 or 9-0 stacker to kind of employ T-spins in your game. And if you practice kaidens, it'll also allow you to kind of work towards the meta for score attack, which is like ST stacking, because pretty much ST stacking is setting up kaidens over and over. So, yeah, me too. Okay. Some more setting for this Tetris. Nails it. That's when you know Morg is committed to this 9-0 well, is when you see somebody stack a long bar in the column 9. Because there's not really many other options once you start doing that. So Morg is intending on maintaining this 9-0. And yeah, Chris mixing in these kaidens is actually kind of giving him the edge with those extra T-spins mixes. Oh no, misses the T-spin. So that's actually going to give Morg a little bit of a break here. And if you could hear, the music changed a little bit. The backgrounds are going to change as well as we progress into level 10 through 20. That's my favorite part about under 10 level starts, is just you get to go through all the 3 phases of the score attack as intended. Yeah, the music will change as well. Yep. And the sound effects. Yeah, for example, classic score attack gets pretty intense once you get to post 20. In a game mode that's already like fairly intense. The speed change from 18 to 19 is dramatic, right? So when the new music kicks in and you're like locked in, it feels good. Yeah, I think that's right, Tago. Oh, did I say 10 to 20? I guess technically 11 to 20. Which, by the way, I believe Tago is hosting a community tournament coming up here in February. Zone Cup, I believe. So some zone battle tournaments coming your way. If you'd like to learn more, head to our community tournaments channel on the Enhanced Discord. I saw you should have signed up, so there will be top talent, as Uyushoda has gotten in second place in our zone battle tournament every time they've participated, thanks to Kazu and Akashi Robo, or Siake Gohan. All right, so Fractal. Oh, unfortunate. That's part of the yeah, when you set up these center T-spin setups, like, or right in the middle of the board, high gravity can really mess with you depending on the piece preview or the piece queue. Thought Chris might have went for a C-spin there, but all right. So what's the verdict here? Because Chris is going for more creative setups here, it is paying off slightly, despite their messy board. So there's going to be a balance here, right? So that's a lot of skimming there for Chris, which should allow Morg to get caught up if Morg can maintain this Tetris well. Although did have to take a triple there, and given how close this matchup is, those triples will be noticeable, or every skim will be noticeable. But we'll see how each player also plays in this high gravity, because it is going to come down to that at this point. Because 50k, that is a very small gap in terms of score. So I'm going to come down to this high level gravity play, see who can play the best. And who is up next? So up next we have... Oh, I think Tago is up next. So we'll have Tago versus Haunt. Get ready to play. So Morg ended up in a, I was about to say a 09 stack, but looks like we are back to a comfort zone for Morg. We'll see if Morg can maintain this. Chris setting up for this high T-spin, almost missed it. That would have been tragic. We're going to have to take some skims there. So yeah, Morg hasn't really been able to comfortably get to a scoring position. I like that, just propping that eyepiece right in the center should allow you to... Yeah, in high gravity, if you have a high center, it'll allow you to easily skate your pieces to the left or right, depending on the situation. So generally, I would advise a high center when it makes sense. Obviously not too high. But we are on level 27. Yeah, Morg is going to be feeling the speed here. And so is Chris. Chris isn't too far behind on the line at level 26 here. And Morg will top out with that 800k GGs, and Chris does a sportsmanship top out. Nicely played. That was really close. I think Chris just able to maintain that efficiency a little bit better post 20, but Morg with a very consistent Tetris stacking, allowing them to make it competitive until the end there. So nicely played. Nicely played. And all right, so Haunt, I think Haunt is already in this lobby, yeah. And Tago, make your way to the lobby. Oh, you were. Tax says rerun? I thought I fixed that earlier. Why does it keep switching back? I feel like that messes with discoverability a little bit too. I swear I changed it. Oh, I did change it. It says rerun for you still? Oh, I refreshed it, now it says rerun. What? Alright. Weird. Alright, so we got Haunt versus Tago. Good luck, have fun. 15 start. So when you get to a certain rating on the score attack ladder, your only options are going to be level 15 to 20. And it doesn't go beyond that, so I believe if you get to 7,000 rating, I want to say 7,000, or is it 7,500? Chat, you can help me with that. You should only be able to select levels 15 to 20. Ooh, Tago's going for some speedy ST stacking. Had a few misdrops though. Both players playing a little speedy, but it is going to hurt that efficiency, as Foox mentioned. Players just like to go fast. All right. So Tago definitely playing a little faster here with this score lead, so efficiency shouldn't be too far off. Not taking a double Tetris is going to probably try to find a way to get back into T-spin scoring here. And we see the traditional ST stack, the green S piece on the left, into a little bit of close to LST there. And back into ST. So nice string of attacks or scoring there for Haunt to kind of close that gap a little bit. And we see Tago here with some nice T-spin double setups, using that square to deal with that. How do I put it? The notches were like 4 blocks apart there, so using a square piece will help to create the gap needed to once again prop an S or a Z piece to the left or right side, depending on which side you are stacking your S's and Z's on. So yeah, if you catch yourself with a mistake, yeah, there we go. Tago did it again. So now Tago can, well, now this is, okay, they're going to want to use 2. Oh, or you could just take the skim, yeah. If you do make a mistake, it's good to note the gap, I guess, in your notches, and there's going to be a few solves to your ST stack that way. I say that, but in practice, I don't do it. I can observe it, but all right, so. But yeah, it's always easier said than done. So now we have, for example, typically it's a notch 2 block, a notch 2 block. That's how you maintain that ST efficiency. But when there's a 3 or a 4, there are going to be some solutions there. Okay, so line differential isn't actually too far off. Both players playing quick, which means Tago does have the lead here. Alright, so Tago back to a really good scoring position. We are hitting the higher gravity. Although Tago did say that they had a score or a line personal best, so might be on point here for late level score attack. We'll see if that comes into play. And I know Haunt is a pretty good master level player, so should be able to get to the late game of score attack as well. Just struggling a little bit on this efficiency, but the later the levels go, the more these T-spins are worth, and if Haunt has a good scoring run here, can get caught up, especially if Tago runs into any issues. If Tago doesn't run into any issues, however, it's going to be pretty tough here for Haunt. But there we go, we have a break here for Tago. But Haunt's already pretty far up the board here. What's Haunt gonna go for? There's a T-spin single, yeah. And I don't know if that was intentional. It's hard to tell sometimes. But Tago is on this level 29. There's level 30. I believe they hit a level 33 earlier today. But 30, you really got to be in the zone to hit those post 30 levels. And Tago is already a little bit high up on the board as well. So nicely played from Tago with that 1.689. And I think Haunt's going to have trouble catching this. You never know. But hey, we're hitting some T-spins. Not over till it's over. Let's see if you can get the line win at least. All right, level 30. All right, so Haunt wins on lines. Nicely played. Oh, very nice. Level 31 from Haunt, and good roundy too. GG. Yes, creative name. You are up next against Nighting, I believe. Nighting, creative name. I feel like this happened once or twice here on Community Showcase, if I'm not mistaken. Do you guys remember what happened last time? Who won? What's the history of that matchup? We need a match database for Community Showcase. Nighting is stronger. I have a feeling Nighting might be faster. You're pretty good at score attack. Nighting is really good at score attack though, so we'll see what happens. Should be a good match. Apparently Fairbot wants a rematch. Looks like Nighting has been made aware. Creative name should be back soon. Or they are back, sorry, they are chatting. Oh, so it's the championship battle of the Epic Store leaderboard. Very nice. That's kind of funny. Or Amazon Luna. Amazon Luna is also on the Epic Game Store. Are you guys playing on your Fire Stick, your Amazon Fire Stick, or your Chromebooks? We got Nighting on a Chromebook and creative name on their Fire Stick ready to go here. Yeah, so that's a PSA. You can't actually you can't play Tetris Effect connected on a lot of machines thanks to Amazon Luna if you want to get creative. Yeah, I did some play testing for the Luna version, and I think I got a 42-second sprint, which was like, I was pretty happy with that, considering there was like some delay. But also Cloud, I feel like Amazon Luna has probably gotten a little better. Cloud gaming is getting better. I can't wait till cloud gaming is like actually clean, if you know what I mean, or like the delay is negligible. You're going to usually feel it in a game like Tetris, but if you're chilling out, and for a lot of players out there that, you know, aren't the caliber of players that we're about to witness here, yeah, it's worth checking out. It's available on Amazon Luna. Kind of like the Luna control as well. Luna does make you randomize your name. Yeah, that's correct. I think you can like regenerate it though. Yeah, it depends on the game for cloud gaming, right? If I'm playing a game like, say, Monkey Island or a point and click game, it doesn't really matter. But a game like Tetris, yeah, the latency can be tricky if you're playing fast enough. But you get used to it at the same time, right? Like, same thing for classic Tetris. People that are used to playing on the old Nintendo, when they switch to like a monitor, they might feel off. But if you are used to that constant ping, or let's say 3 millisecond delay of playing on a monitor or something, it really, your timing will adjust. However, with that being said, if it's too much, yeah, it can be hard to deal with. With that being said, I think cloud gaming as a concept is great, because that allows anybody to access like good hardware in a way, and you can play on any hardware. So the accessibility is awesome. I think there's just a little bit. It has improved, but I would love to see cloud gaming get to a point where it's like you barely notice a difference, if that makes sense. I was the same way about wireless mice. I used to never want to use a wire because I play like FPS games or first-person competitive shooters, whatever. And I've been so weird about using a wireless gaming mouse for so long, but now it's at the point where I don't need a wired mouse, realistically speaking. It's at the point where the mouse bungee is more annoying than the 0.00 whatever frames I'm missing, or ping I have from using a wireless mouse. Anyways, we got Nighting on the left, creative name on the right, and Nighting with a really strong start here. 1 million at 76 lines in. Has Nighting broke yet? Anyone that has keeping a close eye here? So creative name has their work cut out for them. We'll see if this gap can be closed. Gonna be tough because Nighting is also pretty good at these late level speeds, if I recall. So yeah, pro tip, if you saw a creative name through the long bar to the right side, the right side isn't always open when you're doing a ZT stack, ST stack. So generally, if you have to choose between, or choose which column to place your long bar in, throw it on the right side, because as of like right now, for example, when you prop that Z piece against the wall, you can't access that well. So when that well is open, be sure to throw your long bar in there. If you have the choice between the two, always take the right side. Is there a case where you'd ever not want to take the right side? I don't think so, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat, any pros. Alright, so creative name with nice stacking, but Nighting has not really dropped a beat here. On a pace for a pretty killer score. Take the what? So I'm saying, for example, in creative names situation here, if you have a chance between column 8 and column 10 or 9, you want to throw your long bar in the far right column, just because it's locked away sometimes if it's opened up. And I was wondering if there's ever a situation where you do not want to do that, but I can't really think of anything. Because you do both all the time. Well, what's the advantage to putting it in column 8 before column 10? Yeah, I'm saying if if neither is blocked, you always want to take column 10, right? That's kind of what I was getting at, and I wanted to know. I just wanted to confirm that statement. All right, so Nighting, 2.5 from Nighting, very, very nice. At this high level speed. Okay. And creative name, font. Oh, look at, they pretty much tied on efficiency. What? Wait, what happened to creative name there? Creative name, I'm actually surprised creative name had more efficiency. I guess it really came down to the gravity and ability to play it that high. I'm actually surprised. Okay. For some reason, I thought Nighting was pretty ahead on efficiency there, but really it was just a line differential. So very nice game between you two. Oh, you burn efficiency on later lines as well. Okay, that makes sense. Good game. Yeah, Nighting is a tough opponent, as a creative name mentioned earlier, but thanks for playing. We're getting through these games. Who is up next? So up next we have Grass Pelt and Mr. FAQ, or Noriko. Make your way to the lobby. Then after that, we're going to have Oliver versus Cool Matt. And then we should be getting close to that 7:30 mark. We might have time for one more match, if it makes sense, Ferox. I'll let you decide on that. I see Shampy is looking for a match. Oh, so is Jabberbox. Is Jabberbox around? Do we have any like newer players? If anyone is newer, say around the around 5,000 rating or 4,500, let us know. That, or we could have a handicap match or something like that, so that Jabberbox can play. Limited bags. If we have time, we could do limited bags. I think. Yeah, if Shampy and priority goes to getting Shampy and Jabberbox a game in, whether it's a handicap match or if some players from earlier tonight want to play again that are around those ratings. Probably the latter, if somebody from earlier wants to play again. Okay. Looks like Grass Pelt and Mr. FAQ are in the lobby, ready to go. Good luck, have fun. Thanks for hanging out, creative name. See you in the next community showcase. Oh, by the way, we're also going to have a returning to our full moon voice hangouts tomorrow. So if you're looking to hang out during the connected versus queue, a lot of us like to just join ranked and snipe each other or play on a team with each other. You can play friendlies, play the weekend ritual, you can play other enhanced games, or just hang out, watch, chat, and do other things. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes we get a lot of people in that voice channel, and it gets crazy. So be a part of that, and hopefully you can join tomorrow. I think that's at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. If you go to the Discord, it should show. If you click on the event, it'll show what time it'll happen in your local time. Shampy, yeah, if you did want to play against Foox, that is always an option. All right, so Mr. FAQ did have a single line break there, but managed to get back to a high center here. Looking okay, kind of a hairy left side here, but we'll see if that can be filled in. That was a good solve. Opts to take a skim here. Meanwhile, Grass Pelt running into some issues. I think Mr. FAQ, first off, can be a bit underrated at times. I feel like Mr. FAQ doesn't always play ranked, but they always show up in tournaments, do pretty good, and still has a really fast sprint time, I believe. Probably some other high scores on the leaderboards out there. Alright, Grass Pelt able to clean up a little bit. And is back into ST stacking. Very nice. Oh, unfortunately, can't get that piece where they wanted to. Does use 2 T pieces to cancel each other out and maintain the desired parity. Also, shout out to Grass Pelt for using the customized colors. Also, Mr. FAQ using the colorblind colors. Looking like we have a 5 block height. I wonder what the optimal move here would be for Grass Pelt. Maybe a skim plus, yes. Oh, I think that could have been a T-spin, right? Right idea from Grass Pelt. Meanwhile, Mr. FAQ keeping it pretty clean. Seems to know how to take these, how to quickly fix the board in ST stacks. So making it, despite having some issues with their stack, Mr. FAQ has been able to find some clever solves to maintain or quickly back into stacking efficiently for these T-spin doubles. Grass Pelt getting a T-spin triple right down the center there. So similar line count, so what you see is the true lead. Mr. FAQ with about a 240k lead here. Looking strong. And I see Shampy and Jabberbox chatting in the Discord. I'm totally okay with getting some other people that already played. And again, if it makes sense, if you'd prefer a non-handicap match. However, if you do want to play a handicap match, I am all for that. Because I think we have some extra time here. Alright, so Mr. FAQ bringing us into level 20 here. We're about to hit those high gravity speeds. Taking that T-spin single. Where's FAQ going to go from here? What's cooking? Okay. Oh, there we go. I was wondering how they're going to find a way to turn that back into ST stacking. So using that long bar plus that T-piece. There we go. Nicely done. And Grass Pelt, finding some T-spins. Going for this T-spin triple, it looks like. I'm going to have to use a few skims to set it up. Hits the triple. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Haunt. Until next time, hope you had a nice community showcase. Mr. FAQ, stacking to the ceiling here could be a little bit risky. Because I feel like, yeah, if Mr. FAQ did top out, that would give Grass Pelt a chance to get caught up here. But yeah, so far Mr. FAQ doing a great job maintaining this ST stack, showing they are not a slouch. Grass Pelt's played pretty great, but yeah, Mr. FAQ is a tough opponent. All right, so T-spin double set up for Grass Pelt. Mr. FAQ is still not having much of a problem maintaining this ST stack. Oh, interesting block set up there in the middle for Grass Pelt. A few ways to get through this. There we go. So Grass Pelt on the 6-3 stack. 6-3 could be a little bit tough on high gravity. I guess there is ways to technically make it work, but not going to be quite as intuitive or easy to play as having a... Well, 7-2 is ideal, for sure. Well, looking like Mr. FAQ is likely our score victor here, but we are in these high levels, so we'll see how far they can each make it. Grass Pelt hits level 27. Nicely played. And Mr. FAQ almost hitting level 30 there. Or showing that they had the capability to hit 30. I guess not almost hitting it. But yeah, nicely played. 10k average from Mr. FAQ. GG. Thank you, too, for playing. So I think we're gonna do Jabberbox and Dawn, aka Let's Go, or Got Your Sauce, Let's Go Sauce, and then we'll find a match for Shampy here. Oh, I'm sorry. First we have Oliver and Cool Matt. I was totally forgot that was a match. Okay, Oliver and Cool Matt, make your way to the lobby. Yeah, you have a master clear, right, Mr. FAQ? I would think. All right. So Oliver is here. Matt is here. Matt, that is actually their username. Matt is here. Is here. Matt is here, everybody. Then Matt and Oliver, when you're ready. I'm ready for you. All right, good luck, have fun. Oliver the Floofderg. Like that name. Okay. Level 10 start, good luck, have fun. 10 start might be my favorite. What's everyone's favorite level start? I think 10 start is like a good mix. It's like that kind of, there's a little bit of pressure, but it still allows you to kind of do whatever you want. And you get all, you should get all 3 phases, right, of score attack if you start on level 10. In terms of music and sound effects. Yeah, I mean, if you practice a lot of 20 and are able to find that zone when it comes to high gravity efficiency, then I'm sure it grows on you, right? Especially if you play it a lot in ranked. Because despite like level 10 being accessible in the score attack tournaments, at least when it comes to TECWC, it's really not picked that often, like surprisingly. I feel like some people pick it a little bit for counterplay, but generally if you're practicing score attack, you're going to be practicing 15 to 20 or playing it in ranked. Then you get used to it, and if you're comfortable there, you're probably not going to deviate too much from it. However, if you are like outmatched or maybe have an opponent that you feel you might want to take that risk of doing like a different level or level 10, then or if it plays into your strengths, if you're trying to LST stack more often or do something crazy, do some Tetris perfect clears like graded F for fun. All about the level 17 start. Okay, so I think these players are around 6K rating. Seems like they're playing pretty quick. Or definitely Mattis here is playing quick with this Tetris well. Keeping it back to back. Oliver managed to find themselves in a situation with this 8-1 stack, which can be a bit tricky because you want to, you either A, have to take skims like they are on the far right side, or B, use your long bar on the far right and not in the column. Because I don't believe you can stack, you can't stack an 8-1 stack infinitely with Tetrises without breaking it, because you're using too many long bars on the right. I believe that's true. I think you're gonna have to take some skims. Wait, am I right on that? Yeah, pretty sure. 17-star counter pick. Does 17 actually throw any of you off? Like, if someone picks 17, you're like, drats, I'm gonna miss drop or something like that. I feel like it's good. The difference is negligible, but maybe if you play like a lot, you can get thrown off by it. Faster than 15, but you can still pull off level 15 tricks. Interesting. I do like 15 as it's like slightly more forgiving high gravity. It's like near instant, but with good IRS and piece control, you can still get to the far left or right in situations where you wouldn't be able to with level 20. Twiz, welcome in Twiz, saying I need to actually play score attacked in ranked. Can't talk about it at all. Hey Twiz, what's your rating? I think if you want to play, I think we have a few people that we're looking for a match. If you just want to chill, grab the popcorn, totally okay with that too. Alright, so Matt is here doing a nice job with this, maintaining this Tetris well. Oliver going for the T-spins. And hey, I mean, given this lead Matt has, T-spins. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is probably closer than it looks. Matt's just playing a bit faster. So likely Matt will force a 2-minute timer in this situation. But in terms of efficiency, I think it's pretty close. What is Oliver looking for here? Okay, setting up the... Doesn't take the Tetris, just wants to stack a little further up on the right side. Okay, setting up the super T-spin. There we go. So Oliver looking for some high-scoring maneuvers here. And does break back-to-back there, but still the double T-spin should help out a bit here. And Matt keeping it cool with this 9-0 stack. Quite the line lead. I think if Matt leans into this and forces a 2-minute timer, that would be probably the correct move. Because I think Oliver is playing slightly more efficient. At least at first glance here. All right, Matt takes us into level 21, so we have a bit of a music change. We have the score attack heartbeat in the background. And meanwhile, Oliver looking for some scoring. Does manage to get that long bar over despite the high gravity. Very nice. And takes the Tetris. Sets up a T-spin double. Very nice. So given that they are setting up these T-spins, I'm confident Oliver can find a way to get caught up here. Just worried a little bit about the speed at which it's happening. Because Matt may top out soon, and then Oliver is going to want to try to find a way to get caught up. They are quite behind on lines, though, so Oliver can get caught up. It's really going to come down to, can they get caught up fast enough? Ooh, Matt's starting to feel the speed there, having trouble getting pieces over to the left, and then making some misdrops on the right there. So we'll see if Matt can muster out a little bit extra score here, but looking like that 2-minute timer is about to kick in. Maybe. Oh, Matt going to hit 28. There we go. So 1.111 million. Now Oliver, like, yeah, is behind by 500k, but the efficiency isn't that far off still. It's just like that's a huge line gap, that 100 lines. I do think Oliver seems to be running into more issues as we hit this, I guess, post level 15. So maybe not as confident to hit these T-spins on the later levels here. So going to be difficult. You got a new PB? Very nicely done, Matt. What was your PB before this? You've never hit a million. Okay. Nicely done. I mean, you were going for Tetrises most of the game. I don't think you broke back-to-back very much, and then you also got to a pretty late level, right? So that's a recipe for a pretty good score. So nicely played. Oliver is about to run out of time. I think, yeah, Matt forcing the speed there did work out in their favor. And, well, we'll see if Oliver can do anything cool here in our last 20 seconds. Can Oliver get a Tetris? Can Oliver get a Tetris? Oh, Tetris! I'll take a Tetris to go. And, nicely played. So Matt with a PB can't be too mad about losing to someone playing their best game here. Their best score attack game ever. And, all right, thank you, too, for playing and participating. GG's Oliver. And do we have a match for Shampy? I believe Shampy's up next, right? Or Jabberbox, one of the two. I guess we could do just Jabberbox versus Dawn, if that makes sense, and then Shampy versus Ferox. This could be our last games. So Jabberbox, Dawn, make your way to the lobby. Looks like Dawn is here. Very nice. Speed still is definitely one of your downsides. Yeah, that's going to be heightened when it's forced upon you, right? With those post-level 15 levels where it's just like your piece is already going to be instantly locked in. Or especially post-20 where the lock delay is a bit shorter. All right, Jabberbox and Dawn are here. Good luck, have fun. Ooh, I'm congested. I'm trying to hide it. All right, get me off camera. Yes, so Got Yo Sauce is Dawn. And good luck. Jabberbox rocking the Pisces avatar, and we got the wolf avatar from Got Yo Sauce. I like the level 5 colors. Also the level 4 colors in Classic. The colors like offset by 1 between Classic and regular score attack. Because there is no level 0, and there's a level 0 in Classic. Oliver's current goal is to reach 1 million. Current PB is 760k. I feel like you're totally capable. I like that you do have like the knowledge, it seems like. I saw you were saying it for T-spin, stuff like that. And like you mentioned, the speed thing, that will just come with time. And Got Yo Sauce doing this. Is this a square spin, I believe? Or did they actually just desync? Okay, they desynced. Like, that's either the longest square hold I've ever seen, or they're lagging a little bit. Okay. Yeah, fun fact, you can actually just rotate your square piece in place if you're trying to delay the game a little bit, which I thought is what was happening until the square was there for like 10 seconds. Looks like Got Yo Sauce with a little bit of lag here, but they'll probably get caught up. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect. Fortunately, with the rollback here, it doesn't affect your opponent. Well, especially in zone battle. Although in zone battle can be a little annoying because you have to like go ultra. If you're not like competent at setting up your own attacks, it'd be frustrating, but score attack shouldn't make much of a difference here. I just won't be able to assess their gameplay too well. So Jabberbox, what are you cooking up while this is happening? Jabberbox keeping it really low here. Takes a single, probably wants to head to this 9-0 Tetris well. Yeah, serious zoomies. Yeah, the colors being off by 1 compared to Classic. I'm so used to the Classic score attack color scheme. Like, it seems cursed to me. Level 9 being this color. Okay, so Jabberbox hitting 10. 1 more level and we'll hit a new background and some music and sound effects. Looks like Got Yo Sauce is kind of stabilized a little bit. No more zoomies in terms of internet connection. So this is pretty close. Jabberbox getting into a nice position to just get a lot of back-to-back Tetrises. Gayu Sauce isn't far behind at all, especially considering they're behind on lines. So this is a neck and neck matchup. Holding off on going for that Tetris, maybe just wanting to clean up their board a little bit, stabilize the board. At the same time, excuse me, don't be too afraid to go for that Tetris when it's staring at you. Okay, so yeah, got you saw spending time cleaning up. Not really. Oh, you know what? This will make up for it. Yeah, mixing in some T-spins should help despite your messy board, even if you're not like super competent. T-spins are pretty much double the efficiency or close to double the efficiency, especially when you factor in back-to-back, probably more efficient than Tetrises. They are more efficient than Tetrises. So even if you have a sketchy board like Gayu Sauce does, if you're able to mix in T-spins, it looks like that T-piece was too far back. As you can see, the right side of Gayu Sauce's board is pure purple in the center. So use a lot of T-pieces to set up the T-spin and didn't actually have a T-piece ready for the T-spin itself. Jabberbox is kind of getting a bit of an efficiency lead now. But this is still anybody's game. You saw us cleaning up, bringing the board down. Jabberbox just getting Tetrises, albeit they're not as efficient as the Tetris, the T-spins that Gayu Sauce is going for. They are more consistent currently, or Jabberbox is having an easier time keeping them set up for that back-to-back. Okay. We'll see if Dawn can get something out of this high stack here. I think Dawn is just prioritizing staying alive at this point. Which is the correct call. And Jabberbox running into issues, so like, yeah, if Dawn can stabilize here, they can get caught up. Okay, finds a nice triple to bring it down. Ooh, nice skim with the horizontal long bar layout. I feel like everyone tends to be fixated on stacking long bars vertically rather than using them to skim, when really they could be an amazing piece of skim. And I mean, when you skim using a long bar horizontally, it's going to also create less verticality in your board, which will make down stacking easier in the long run. So neither player has been able to score a whole lot simply due to the pressure from these high gravity levels. So it's been stagnant in terms of score lead increases / decreases. And depending on the player's strengths, that could play into Don's favor to get caught up here because Jabberbox is at the very top of the board. If Don can just straight up skim their way to victory here. However, Jabberbox is not out yet. Does find some skims at the very top. Ooh, managed to find the Peace Crawl, but didn't get another rotation in time, and is going to top out there with 417k. So this is a ticket for Got You Sauce, but as we see, like, they're not the most confident on this high gravity play. But you know what? They got that T-spin 0. That there is points attached to that. So this is really close. We are hitting level 23. Pieces are going to lock in faster. Got a rough multiple S's, Z's, and squares. Handled pretty well. And very nicely done. Don, who is pretty much right up there at the top with Jabberbox, is bringing the board down. And that's going to be it. Don takes the win. Great game. Feel free to mull in or play it out. Sheesh indeed, Shampy. Sheesh indeed. Sorry, I had to mute there for a moment. But guys, saw us hitting level 26. And it looks like that's pretty impressive considering they were having issues like at level 20. So we're able to bring it down and get 250 lines. So really close game. I think, yeah, pretty much tied in efficiency. It just came down to the survivability between the two players in that post level 20. So nicely played. Thanks for making it out here, Jabberbox, and Don for coming back to be Jabberbox's opponent. So Foox and Shampy, you two are up. Do we have any beef in this battle? Any trash talk? Anything you guys want to settle? Make your way to. Ooh, excuse me. Make your way to the lobby. This this nearly 2-hour stream of me talking while congested is adding up here. So excuse me if I am stumbling over words or anything. Okay. So Foox versus Shampy. I know Chris and Grass Pelt wanted to play. I guess we could make that happen. What was it? Limited bag? Limited randomizer. Okay. Okay. All right, Shampy and Foox, you are here. Good luck, have fun. You always have beef? Like in a friendly, like, you guys get beef for dinner, or is there something boiling between you two? Is there any boiling beef? All right. Praying for Foox to miss drop. That is rude, Shampy. So yes. Despite what you may see in chat, I believe these two are friends, which, you know what? If they're anything like me, I talk the most smack to my friends. So if I ever talk smack to you, that just means we're friends, all right? Just warning you in advance. All right, nice start there from Foox. I struggle with these ST openers. Depends on the opening bag, some of them. Sometimes I really do struggle with them. And Shampy... Yeah, Shampy not quite off to the same efficiency that Foox was at the start. but it is early days here. Okay. And yeah, Foox, I believe Foox got top 4. Foox did get top 4. And ECWC Score Attack is one of the best players in Score Attack. Still need to work up the courage to properly learn ST stacking. You know, I recommend it because although it can seem like, first off, it'll make when you do actually end up watching high-level Score Attack, it gives you a lot of appreciation for how creative they are within their ST stacking, if that makes sense. So, like trying to fix mistakes, how they go about the board resets, doing it with the speed that they do. It's like a lot of the little things that get lost sometimes if you're not like too familiar with the setup. There's that, and then of course if you get confident with ST stacking, it's just the patterns that are involved with ST stacking can carry over into your other gameplay. For example, if you get into a situation where you're trying to apply pressure in, say, zone battle or something, and it just so happens that you have the garbage came up in a way and you have a couple of S pieces or a way to set up an ST overhang. When you learn these new stacking methods, it tends to carry over into your freestyle gameplay as well, right? So generally, and this is something I've always kind of struggled with too, because I tend to get on, have fun, and kind of I'm less so a student of the game nowadays. But if you are a student of the game and really do take the time to study something, it does pay off, and it will become more natural sooner than you would think, right? Especially with something as mechanical or in your face when it comes to recognizing patterns as a game like Tetris. If you really do take the time, I don't think it would take you too long to learn the ST stacking method. And there's a lot of resources out there nowadays, whether it's the wikis, tutorial videos, and you could just watch, I don't know, you can watch VODs of Score Attack and be like, how do players handle their opening bags? You could pause and be like, hey, what would I do in this situation? Unpause and see what the player does. So really, with all the tools at your disposal, yeah, you can learn ST stacking pretty quickly. As for the confidence part, I believe in you. I believe in you, Chris. I truly do think anybody, most anybody, if you want to learn something here in Tetris, you can. So if you really want to take the time to do it, that's really it. It's just, is it worth your time? Are you going to have fun with it? Don't do it if it's not like, I find this like frustrating. It might not be worth it. Don't force it. Try to have fun with it. All right, so some nice ST work from Foox with a pretty large score lead here. That's actually quite the score. Shampy running into some issues on this 25. And I believe this was a level 20 start, so pretty good score from Foox considering. Foox about to go into level 29. We'll see if Foox can maintain this ST given the high gravity. So far, so good. Does make a mistake on that Z piece. Dang, this is some high-level Score Attack here. Doesn't get much better than this in terms of scoring. they are still going here on level 32. Shampy does top out, heading into that 29 play. But Foox was not taking it easy. That beef driving Foox to bring out their best game. And out of spite, Foox sending a big score against Shampy. 2.968. That's really good. That's really good. Have you had a 3 mil before, Foox? What's your PB? I feel like that's not too far off from the game that had me going crazy with Siake Gohan against Shaki. Wasn't that like a 3.09 mil or something? That's your best 20 start? Okay, I was about to say, like, that was a crazy game. I recognized it at the end. I'm like, wait, Foox is cooking up a crazy pace right now, and I don't know what I was talking about before. I was probably in La La Land, but that was a great game. Yeah, if you didn't mess up that, is a really slight misdrop. You had the Z piece, and when you went in level 29, the second prop you went for. If you hit that T-spin, I think that would have been 3 mil, right? That would have been close to it. Pretty sure that would have been the T-spin. It's a great game out of Foox there. All right, Grass Pelt and Chris. I'm feeling nice. Get in here for our finale match of, what was it? Let's see, limited randomizer, right? So, limited randomizer. Let me pull my screen here real quick. Tetraminos dealt more arbitrarily, but with corrections to prevent extreme frequencies. That is the limited randomizer that these hooligans want to play in. These hooligans known as Grass Pelt and Chris. Good luck, have fun. I did save, right? Let me double check. Yep, okay. This will be our final game of the night. And yeah, be sure to stop by our community hangout tomorrow in the Discord. We're going to all be in voice channel, talking Tetris, playing Connected Versus. If you know me, I'll probably still be in Zone Battle Queue, where I never leave. It'll be a good time. And playing the team modes, whether it's just Maniac runs. Oh yeah, we like to do Maniac runs too. Or just if you're trying to work through the co-op, if you haven't had an Area 5 clear, that's a good time to do it. Hop in the voice and we'll get some people to help you out. It's a good time. Yeah, Foox, I was super close to 3 mil. That's great. $3 million in score attack. That'd be a fun goal. I definitely want to be able to do it from 20, but okay. So limited bag. Yeah, mixing with or playing around with the randomizer and score attack can be pretty fun, just because it really will mess up the ability to do certain pattern stacks, such as ST stack. Of course, historically on our community showcase, we see players like Super Shocky still ST stacking with like pure random RNG. But yeah, a less forgiving randomizer will kind of force you to have to freestyle a little bit, so it can be fun. If you're ever looking for someone to mess around with in custom game settings, just poke around on the Discord. Or Grass Pelt. Grass Pelt is always looking for these random custom game matches, so. If you've ever been like, hey, I don't like T-spins, you could do custom game where T-spin bonuses are not rewarded. You could be like, hey, I love T-spins, Tetrises are really stupid. You can turn off Tetris bonuses and play T-spin, created by Alexei Pajitnov. You guys remember when that should be the sequel to the Tetris movie, is T-spin. The T-spin movie where Hank Rogers has to get the rights to T-spin. All right, so Grass Pelt not able to fill out that T-spin double setup. Kind of an awkward board. There's a little bit of height in the center, but yeah, I'm gonna have to just kind of burn through this. Close match. Chris is ahead on lines, so Grass Pelt slightly more efficient. Area 5 is a Greek tragedy. Yeah, let's get some connected going tomorrow. That sounds fun. If anyone's feeling brave, we can do hyper area 5. All right, so Grass Pelt worked through the messiness there. Set up for some Tetrises. I don't think Tetrises is the worst thing on this limited randomizer. I think going for these Tetrises and then maybe setting up Kaidens is always a good way to play with a less forgiving randomizer, which Chris was doing earlier. So Chris should be familiar with that kind of play style. Just kind of tricky pieces to fill out the left here. Not many S's and Z's when you need them. Oh, I think they meant to rotate the T piece the other way. Ooh. Maybe playing a little too quick there. And the high gravity throwing them off with their finesse. Still anybody's game. It's going to come down to these post level 20 levels, it seems like. See how each player handle the high speeds. And as this is our closer match, yeah, thank you to everybody that has participated in our first 2 community showcases of 2025. We have been talking internally about some other possible community events and stuff coming up, so be on the lookout as we do get further in the new year. Make sure you are in that Discord, have the community events and the community tournament rule to be notified of some of the upcoming events. And yeah, really looking forward to the new year and meeting new people. We always get new people joining the community. Are any of you brand new? Anyone like that got the game in the last, say, 3-4 months? We always get new people playing the game, so I mean, a lot of people just stick to like journey mode or single player because this is most people play Tetris as a single player game, but don't be too intimidated by the multiplayer. we're always happy to have you do friendlies like we are tonight. So you don't have to get too sweaty. You can still chill out. And all right, Chris set up for some back-to-back Tetrises here, while Grass Pelt setting up for that T-spin. So what is the situation here? Okay, Grass Pelt does have a bit of a score lead. However, Grass Pelt, the very messy board. So instead of trying to downstack, especially now that they're already at level 24, they're just going to lean into it, go for these T-spin doubles. Well, as I say that, there we go. They are downstacking a bit. But still, yeah, there we go. T-spin double. Whereas Chris has a pretty good comeback opportunity with this board setup. However, I think Grass Pelt's board is like deceivingly still doing well in terms of efficiency, just because they are farming these T-spins out, despite leaving not the best residue. Oliver saying, I fear when SB drags me in to attempt to get a Maniac Area 5 clear. You should not be afraid, especially with SB on your side. SB just wants... That's a good community member right there. They just want to help everyone out. Playing with SB should be the opposite, where it's like, I feel much better now knowing I have someone as strong as SP on my side here. And Grass Pelt is going to top out with a 115k lead, and Chris can't really follow on that post level 26 play. So a little bit extra efficiency out of Grass Pelt, despite having the messy looking board there. Just able to farm a little bit more T-spins and making the most of that messy board in the end to take the game. And with that, we are done with our Score Attack Community Showcase. Next Friday will be Connected Versus. So if you're looking to team up, or if you are against teaming up, you're like, I just want to be the boss and demolish everybody. I don't want to think about being on a team. I don't want to work together. Boss is for you. But good game, everybody. Be sure to stop by the community hangout tomorrow on our Discord at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. It will show your local time in the Discord. At the top of the enhanced Discord, hit the events button. So if you're on your iPad, open the Discord app, boop, and then at the left, scroll to the enhanced Discord, hit boop, and then hit the events button, boop, and you're going to see what time the voice hangout is and any other community events going on for our enhanced games. But cool, so that should do it. Thank you all for playing tonight. A lot of good games. Foox hit that near 3 mil from a 20 start, which was very impressive. Good games, everybody. So let's throw a raid somewhere. Here on Twitch, we're about to throw a raid. He's playing Tetris. We have Tago. There's also Masters. Scooty versus... Okay, I kind of want to see what's going on here. We got Scooty, Knight, Allenbot, and Gwaffy. Scooty, Knight, and Allenbot are all pretty good at TEC classic score attack. You know, and if you do not know who Blue Scooty is and you're in the Tetris community, just Google him. The first to crash the game, and they got picked up on pretty much every news network. So we'll say hi to Van Dweller, host of the monthly Tetris community. Oh, Enhance. Oh, I guess I had to Enhance to playing some score attack. Did not work. There we go. All right, so add a monthly Tetris for me. Van Dweller, he does wonderful, wonderful things for the classic Tetris community. And yeah, there's probably going to be some great classic matches if you're looking to see what they're cooking. If you're trying to improve, be sure to hang out there and watch some of the matches. So, see y'all. Thanks for playing.